9:15. I have to be at work in 15 minutes, and I live 35 minutes away. So there's that. Exciting news about the pill stack, though. I'm doing morning and night instead of, 15 all at one go. And the reasoning behind it is because, one, I don't want to take 15 all at once. But two, there's some of them that are specifically designed for like my brain and to keep me alert throughout the day, to keep me sharp. Obviously, I want to take those in the morning. And then there's some other ones that, I can get away with taking them at night. For example, fish oil, spirulina, vitamin D3, K2, all these different things. Obviously, the B complex would be in the morning because it gives you energy. And if you take a magnesium supplement, which I may or may not add in if I can find a good one, because I don't sell a good one at my store currently. If I find a good one, obviously that would be taken at night because magnesium, helps regulate your sleep, and it'll actually make you sleepy if you take it in the morning. So with that being said, I'm going to take the morning pill stack. Never thought I'd say that. And it actually is a bit on the smaller side. I don't know if you guys can see that. But that being said, down the hatch this and head off to work. Stim of the day, Arctic Frost Gorilla Mine. But the topic that I wanted to talk about with you guys today is how you see problems. Because a lot of the times when we're in the moment of dealing with a problem or an issue or a piece of adversity that happens in our life, we make it seem so much bigger and we make it seem so much more difficult than it actually has to be. For example, when it comes to money, for example, because I feel like a lot of people struggle with money, want more money, obviously, and they make it out to be like this big problem. And I kind of caught myself doing this about a month ago, where I was sitting there and I was like, how am I going to pay off these thousands and thousands of dollars of student loans and propose to my girl and move out and do this and afford this and afford that. And after about a couple minutes of essentially freaking myself out, I got to a point and I was like, eventually in a couple of years, a few $1,000s, I'm going to make that in a day. I'm going to make that in an hour. And these numbers, these imaginary numbers on a screen in my bank account, or these man-made pieces of paper that we hold so much value to, especially when it comes to money. This can go for anything in your life right now that you might be putting on a pedestal, but money in particular is one that a lot of people hold to such high of a standard, I guess, in their life. And it's honestly not that big of a deal. It doesn't really matter that much, because, at least for me, because when you show up every single day and you just work every waking second and you do exactly what you need to do every single day that is moving the needle closer to the goals that you want to achieve and the man that you want to become, you honestly just get to, I guess, zoom out on your life instead of just being where your feet are at, which being where your feet are at and being in the present moment is extremely important. But in this example that I'm using right now, where when it comes to dealing with these certain problems that you might be dealing with, being able to zoom out and look at the bigger picture and a wider perspective on the issue when it comes to money, this $20,000, for example, that I owe to student loans, yeah, that's a lot of money to me right now, but eventually I'm going to make that in a month. Eventually I'm going to make that in a week. Eventually I'm going to make that in a day. And it's just when you think about it like that, it's does it really matter? And honestly, it doesn't. Because, yeah, you can get caught up in it and you can be like, oh my God, how am I going to figure it out? How am I going to make more? How am I going to do this? But that's the beauty of life. as a whole. You don't know how you're going to get there. You just inherently know the things that you need to do every single day. And the pieces of the puzzle kind of just start falling into place. And yeah, that's honestly kind of what I've just been thinking about. No matter what problems you're dealing with, no matter if it's a money situation, like a financial situation, a relationship situation, like trying to build your physique, no matter what aspect of your life it is, try to zoom out and see the bigger picture of it all. And think, if it's your physique, just show up every single day, put in the work, train your ass off, eat in alignment to your goals, and you'll get there eventually. It may not be next week, it may not be next month, but you will get there eventually if you just keep doing what you need to do. If it's a relationship issue, figure it out. Practice communication, practice empathy, practice, being in the present moment when you're with that person, and the issues will just begin to resolve itself. When it becomes to the financial, if you're having a problem making more money, just break it down step by step and say, what is the biggest fire that I need to put out right now? And then from there, just break it down from the top, and you'll get to the root of the problem. And when you get to the root of the problem and you fix that, then all the other pieces of the puzzle, all the pieces of the problem just start fixing themselves. And by doing the work that you need to do every single day, and no matter what aspect of life it is, the time frame really doesn't matter, because you will figure it out eventually. If you do the work that you need to do, you will get there eventually. So yeah, honestly, that's kind of what's just been rolling around in my mind. It's been fairly slow today. I just have a bunch of shipping to do. I'm gonna hop on a call with my boy in a little bit, and yeah, let me know what you guys think about that, and I'll see if I have any other thoughts. I genuinely almost passed out about 15 minutes ago from just pure exhaustion. I slept maybe 3.5 hours last night, but that's not even why. Like, genuinely, I'm on zero food for the past going on 25 hours. I've slept none at all. I'm gonna go do an hour of cardio when I get back. And yeah, honestly, but the lesson behind all of it is that feelings are temporary. All feelings are temporary. Whether it's tiredness, boosts of energy, crashes in energy, depression, anxiety, fucking whatever it might be. All feelings are temporary. All you have to do is just keep moving through all of it. Like, genuinely, just get to a point where, this may sound crazy, but have a switch in your brain that you just turn off, and that switch controls your feelings. Sometimes you just have to turn your feelings off, and you just have to do what the fuck you have to do. Granted, is it worth it doing it for, this job or whatever the fuck it might be, or whatever you do? Maybe, maybe not. That's your decision to make. But for me, how I do one thing is how I do everything. And if I'm gonna do something that has my name attached to it, I'm gonna do it to the best of my ability. Even if it doesn't have my name attached to it. If I am associated with anything in any way, shape, or form, I'm going to do it to the best of my ability. That's just how my brain's wired. That's just how I operate. If it means that I have to sacrifice sleep, if it means that I have to, almost pass out from exhaustion, if it means that I get fucking hot sweats, cold sweats, like literally drenched in sweat, freezing cold, then so be it. If that's what gets the job done, that's what gets the job done, And I'm so tired of seeing all of this, like, bullshit, honestly, about, like, you guys probably figured I was going to mention it, the Charlie Kirk assassination. I'm so tired of seeing all the shit about it, because one person says this, one person says that, one person celebrates it, which is disgusting to me. Other people are like talking about it. Just everyone's coming out of the woodworks talking about it. And I'm not going to talk about it too much, but I do want to give you guys a lesson as a result of the Charlie Kirk assassination. And the lesson is a prediction, because
The prediction is that in about 2 or 3 days' time, no one's going to talk about him. Doesn't matter how big he was, doesn't matter how monumentally successful he was, how many lives he impacted. Genuinely, no one's going to talk about him in a few days. By the end of the week, it'll definitely be out of the news, out of all social media. Very few people are going to talk about it. Literally a week after it happened. Everyone's going crazy about it right now, but very few people are going to talk about it, if any at all, in a week's time, in a couple of days' time. And the lesson behind that is that genuinely stop caring about what other people think. Genuinely. If I'm even still having this conversation with some of you people, like if this is even still a conversation, like a topic of conversation that we're still even having, you need to grow up. That is high school shit. If you're still in high school, you need to get over it now, because you think these people matter. You think, your friends, they're going to be your friends for the rest of your life. They're not. I don't talk to a single person from high school. You think like these relationships you have, that girl that you have a crush on, you think the embarrassing thing that you do, she's going to remember for the rest of her life and it's going to be trauma. Like, they don't care. No one's even looking at you, to be honest. I figured that shit out. Genuinely, no one's even fucking looking at you. Everyone is so egocentrical and everyone is so self-centered and worried about themselves that genuinely no one is looking at you. You got a little mark on your face, you got a little pimple on your face, whatever, like, you think everyone's staring at it? No. You wanna know why? Because they're too worried about their own fucking pimple on their face. They're not even paying attention to yours. And that is a brief overlay of the Charlie Kirk assassination, because as big as he was, as many people's lives as he impacted, I guarantee you, a few days go by, a week goes by, no one's talking about it. Every time September 10th? Every time September 10th rolls around every single year, people will talk about it for, that day, but then it'll come and go again. And to give you another example, Queen Elizabeth, when she died, one of the most monumental figures of all time. When was the last time you thought about her? She died, what, a year ago? 2 years ago, maybe? One of the most influential people on this fucking earth, and no one talks about her anymore. Yeah, maybe in the history books and stuff, but like, in reality, no matter how big you get, no matter how many people's lives you impact, no matter how much money you make, no matter how good your physique is, no one is gonna give a fuck after you die. That is just the reality of it. So if you go through your life doing anything but what you want to do, you're a coward. You are blatantly a coward. That is the simplest way to put it. Everything that you do in your life, you should navigate through the lens of, this is what I want to do truly and authentically to my heart. It's not what I think other people are going to think is cool. It's not what other people think that I should do because they think that they know how I should live my own life. It's not about that. What is truly authentic to you? What do you want to do with your life? How do you want to make your fucking money? How the fuck do you want to work out? It's not do this exercise because this person told me to. No, it's do the exercise that I want to do because it feels the best for me. It's not do what business model is making the most money right now and fucking TJR is fucking day trading online. No, it's whatever you want to do. If you try to be somebody else, the best you can be is the second best version of them. But you want to know what you can be the best in the world at? The best version of you. That is the only thing in this world you can be the best at, is the best version of you. You can't be the best version of somebody else. Any type of copycat, the best they could ever be is the second best version of that person that they're copying. So be the best version of you. Do what the fuck you want to do. And I guarantee you that as time goes on, as the weeks and the months and the years progress, you're going to live a very, very fulfilling life. You're going to make your money. If you tell me whatever you're passionate about, you can't make money from it, bullshit. It's 2025. You can monetize whatever the fuck you want. I genuinely saw on Instagram a sweater knitting like lady in like her 50s and she was creating content. Checked her page, she had a link. She made her own sweaters. She was selling them online. I guarantee you, she doesn't have a job. I guarantee you, she makes a very good living off of literally knitting sweaters. Anything that you want to do in your life, doesn't matter what your passions are. It could be Legos, it could be food, it could be the gym, it could literally be anything in your life. You can make money and you can monetize anything that you want to do. If you're truly passionate about it and you can talk about it as much as I talk about the things that I talk about or anybody online talks about, if you're truly passionate about it, you can monetize it. Do you at the end of the day. Do you. Don't do what other people think that you should do. Don't do what you think that you should do to look cool in front of X, Y, and Z person. No, fuck all that. Do what you want to do. Because on your deathbed, I guarantee you're not going to think, oh, I wish I did that to impress this person. I wish I would have done that so that I got the approval from this subsect of people. No. The regret that I hear, because I speak to a lot of elderly people because I love hearing their insights, and quite honestly, I love hearing like their regrets, what they wish they would have done, and all that kind of stuff. And the number one regret that comes out of their mouth every single time, the sentence starts with, I wish I would have done X. Every single time. And if you get to the end of your life and you have any type of I wish I would have, and that is followed by because of this person or because of that person or because I didn't do what I actually wanted to do, then I honestly don't even know. Like, it's just mind-blowing to me that people are still navigating through life caring so much and letting their lives be dictated so much on the opinions of other people. I don't care if it's your best friend. I don't care if it's your parents. I don't care if it's your girlfriend. No one, and I repeat, no one knows you better than you know yourself. No one knows what's best for you better than you do for yourself. Yeah, it may be coming from a good place. Yeah, it may be coming from a place of that they want the best for you. But they don't know what's best for you. You, only you, know what's best for you. And if you can carry that mentality through your life, yeah, it might piss the people off around you. It may piss your parents off. It may piss your girl off. But when it's all said and done, all that you have at night when you look in the mirror is yourself. Yeah, family's important. Yeah, having a woman is important. But when it's all said and done, at the end of every single night and at the beginning of every single day, when you look in that mirror, it's you and you alone. It's all said and done. You have to be very comfortable with being alone. You have to be very comfortable with being yourself. Because quite honestly, it's draining trying to play a facade, trying to be somebody else, trying to be anything other than who you authentically are. I lived a double life for many, many years. 7, honestly. I lived the innocent boy life, and then I lived the underage drinking, drugs, vaping, all that bullshit. I lived that life. I lived a double life for 7 years. And it's exhausting. Having to change colors and change personalities and change the way you speak and how you act in front of certain people. It's exhausting. Mentally, physically, emotionally. But now, I have so much energy all the time and I work so hard and I can do all these things is because I'm just me. I'm just me 24/7. I don't give a fuck about what anyone. I don't care what anyone thinks. And you know how freeing that is? Being able to do what I want, how I want to do it, when I want to do it. Because I'm just myself. Being able to navigate my life through that, especially because I spent the first however many years of my life doing the complete opposite of that. You know how freeing that is now? And quite honestly, I've only been doing it for a few months. I've only gotten to this position a few months ago. If you guys would have been seeing these daily series 6 years ago, or not 6 years ago, 6 months ago, I genuinely would have been telling you guys like, oh, you know, like I'm actually thinking about doing this, and like I don't know, like I was a completely different person. It's crazy how much progress you can make when all you do is focus on improving yourself. It's just mind-blowing. I was actually talking about this concept with my boy. We actually had a call today on work while I was at work because we were slow, and we were talking. I was like, dude, my days feel like weeks, and it's because when you do so much and you work so hard and you like, your brain essentially like takes all of these like little memories and like these repeated events that you do every single day, like training and working and doing this and doing that, even though the tasks may be slightly different, your brain essentially like conjoins them into like one memory, so that when you look back, it's like, man, dude, my days feel like forever. But in the same time, it's like time moves fast, but time moves slow at the same time. When you zoom out, time is still moving extremely fast. But when you zoom in on a day-to-day basis, my days feel like forever. Like it's 8 o'clock right now. I've been up since 6. I feel like 3 days have gone by since I woke up today. It's crazy. I trained. I went to work for 10 fucking hours. I worked on my computer while I sold when it was slow. I did shipment. I did fucking 80 boxes of shipment. Like, and now I'm actually driving to go out to eat with my grandparents. See, I had to reverse myself because I told you guys I was going to do cardio. I'm actually going out to eat with my grandparents, and then I'm going to do my cardio after. See, it comes back to being yourself, because I wouldn't be able to live with myself if I inherently like told you guys that. So I'm still like living through this process of like, the bitch part of my brain wants to inherently like tell you guys something, but then like the authentic version of me has to come in and reverse it. Even though that was something small and like insignificant, honestly, in the grand scheme of things, I still have to do that, because I wouldn't be able to live with myself if I wasn't 100% honest with you guys and 100% authentically to who I am. So with that being said, anything else that I say after this is going to be completely repetitive. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like, comment some Q&A questions, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss a single one of these videos that drop every single solitary day, and I will see you in the next one.